Ricada,
I'm poor now.
I'm poor.
$2.
Yeah. I could imagine so. Where did how you doing, Nick, in the chat? Everybody in the chat can jump on Nick now instead of me.
Oh, damn. Isn't that like the best feeling in the world, though? When you're like when someone's like throwing the questions, hey, talk about this, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden someone's like this. Oh, damn, that person's here. Hey,
get him, chat, Nick, kill him.
It ain't about me, man.
It's like, kill that guy, not me, please. Go after him instead. All right, Mickey Bree, I got lost because I jumped to the $100 one real fast because it was sitting there looking at me in the face. Alman John says, coming to theaters this summer. You've heard of The Conjuring. The devil made me do it. Now get ready for the sequel. Nick Ricada, the government made me do it.
Damn.
The government conspiracy angle is my favorite one. I enjoy that one. I was reading a lot of theories, and all these theories were wrong. And I was like, why do these people come up with the most insane theories that are stupid? Like there was this theory that Nick had like HIV because he was skinny, and I was like, that's what you come to. You came to HIV. That's the first thing. And I'm like, and I realized I had like a revelation. I was like, I'm not a smart man, but I had a revelation, and I was like, holy, it's whatever is the funniest is what the theory is. It's just whatever's funny. And I'm like, oh, this makes way more sense now. And ever since then, I understood. Dick Moosterson says, Drex, it was an obvious troll that everyone in Ricada's thread called out about you being in a secret society.
Oh, yeah, dude, obviously.
It's suicide cult. I forgot what it was about.
You know, here's the thing, though. People say, like, oh, it's just, trolling. Camelot, have you ever heard some of these people, though? Like, really? Like, these people are like, you think it's parody or you think it's a troll. And she started realizing you don't invest too much energy to something that you troll, right? Like, think about it. When you troll somebody, it's like a meme or two, or just something silly. You move on, right? When you see people just kind of like invest in all this time, like looking at them like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I would never start a thread on anybody. Like I said, I'm too busy to start a thread on someone or a hate stream or not me. I don't have time for it.
Again, the way I've looked at it like now is it's, I have a source of entertainment, or I have things I do. Like I watch like kind of spooky documentary, and that's kind of what I'll do a lot. And there's like I'll play guitar or I'll play piano but it's hard to when I know that the reason they're in these threads is because it's their sole source of entertainment. And it's like I kind of get it. I don't get it in a way it plays out because it's I don't know. It's about people. I'm just not passionate enough about that subject matter or people, what's going on or what's theories are going on in their life. But I do I'm like trying to force myself to look at it from a perspective of where I can understand it. Because I mean, if it wasn't, there's so many people doing it. It has to be interesting to some degree. Drex, thought on what's happened with Nick, the cuckery, swinging coke charges, his kid testing positive.
Here's my take on that. Because it's a pending matter, I can't really comment. Because as you guys know, in the legal process, when you start commenting on something that is actively going, it's pending. That's when you ever notice that's why people got to keep on making videos, right? Like I believe this, and then they stamp their claim, right? And then like new information comes, right? Either for or against.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta retract that, or I gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's why I just go, I don't know. My thoughts are, I hope that everyone comes out of it better than the best way that they can. But it's a pending legal matter, so it's like I don't know much. And this is what I gotta remind people. Cody, I've seen people say, like you said earlier, right? Like whether someone blames you or something. I wasn't there. I wasn't fucking there. I didn't see any of that. Like no one can come at me because I wasn't physically there. I, didn't see any of the things that people are talking about that they happened. So if someone hooked me up to a polygraph, I'd be like, well, I passed with flying colors. You can't come after me for something I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. Billy Hatcher says Drex is already prepared for naked snake. Sir Cesarwoni says, I hate how people infantilize Nick and infantilize. Jesus, I'm from out. Infantilize Nick and blame everyone else. Well, like the issue is Nick wasn't streaming at the time. Like he was like, I'm out. Obviously, he's like, I'm fucking getting out of here. And so everybody's like, well, we got to go after somebody. So they go after people that were friends with Nick. That's who he goes after. They go after first.
Nick Jason hate. I've dealt with my my fair share of that, right? Where I'll be minding my own business, right? And this has happened to me numerous times. I'll be minding my own business, and out of nowhere, someone's like, "Yo, Drex, here's a clip, or here's a this or that," and someone's coming after you. I'm like, I don't know where this came from, because I wasn't even doing nothing. I was literally just like minding my own business, and someone attacks me. I'm like, oh, I see what happened. So they want to attack Nick, and there's reasons why, like for whatever reason, like whether they're bored of it or there's no new thing, and like, let's go reach back. Right, we're gonna reach back and then go attack someone that he knows, or that he's okay, cool, yeah, dealt with that, right? I mean, I actually had this happen a couple of weeks ago, Cody. Someone had put forward that same old tired Kiwi groomer narrative, and I literally posted a picture of my local district attorney, right?
Yeah,
I said, here's my district attorney. If you believe it, then send the DA after me, right? Because you know what happens if a DA says, yeah, you just sent this after on some bullshit, none of it's true, it's now illegal. You've now committed a felony. Defamation is a no-go, right? Nick got into that issue with Monograph. Like I said, I don't know the full details of that. I just know that he wound up in some situation for allegedly saying he. Well, that's how you wind up in court. If I get on here and start pointing a finger, calling you a name, Cody, right? And it's fundamentally untrue. Guess what ends up happening? Court. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I tell people, I go, dude, see, what happened is people thought that the First Amendment meant, what they wanted to do is they wanted the First Amendment, right? They wanted the power of the First Amendment with the lack of responsibility of what? Of anonymity. You see what I'm saying? I want to be just random guy 523, and I can just start making allegations, whether it be, for all this kind of illicit. I'm like, yeah, bro, but if it's not true, you've now committed a crime. You can't do that. But these people don't listen, because I mean, you know who they are. I think it's cute, because I was asking, why am I not in jail? No one has an answer. Cody, let me tell you one of the funniest things. I was talking to Jim about this. The same people who made comments that I am, I harm children, are the same people who went, "Are Nick's kids with Drex?" You see how that doesn't make sense? Which one am I? Right? See, when you start asking these questions, they don't have an answer for anything. People who wanted, a lot of these people are actual undercover cucks, because they had some BBC fantasies of me being with certain women that they were mad that I wasn't. And I'm like, yeah, that didn't happen. Well, I believe your beliefs are wrong, person.
Well, and again, it's all whatever's more entertaining.
It's more, yeah, it's entertainment. I get what it is.
Squid says the people who blame you for you or Drex for Nick's actions are the kind of people who see Nick as an online persona and not a real person with their own personal agency. Accountability doesn't exist for these people. Thank you, Squid. Yeah, no, I agree. I completely agree. Almond John says, Drex, do you care about Terry Bogart coming to SF?
But this is the thing, though, man. One of the things about being an adult, you are always accountable, especially as a man, because men don't get to get out of their situation by saying, like, I was coerced, right? That's what females get to do. Yeah. I was tricked, I was coerced, I was threatened. Dudes, you gotta man up. And anyone out there, man, like I said, man up. Like I've always said, I wasn't there. Like that's the reason why, like I don't have like juicy tidbits for people where they're like, I bet I'm ready. Drex is gonna say something. Well, say what? I wasn't there. I haven't been to Nick's house in almost a year. Right?
Yeah.
July.
Well, it was the same thing as I think we talked about this before, like recently, is where Nick kind of just stopped talking to a lot of people. And I mean, everybody has said this that knows Nick, Nina, everybody. They're like, yeah, he just kind of stopped talking to people for like 9 months, 10 months now. So like, yeah, obviously. Because that's what I said. I'm like, have you talked to Nick lately? Like 2 months ago. And you're like, nope. I'm like, yeah, like, I don't know what's going on, man. That was before all this went real bad. Like real
bad. And here's the thing though, what people gotta understand is that when something does go real bad, there's a lot that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, Cody, in general, right? Just throughout your life, how many times has something happened where when someone asks you about it, you're like, yeah, I don't know. Like there's just details you don't know. You actually you may not even have access to. Like you know what it reminds me of though? It reminds me of the people who always say what they're going to do, right? I'll tell you what I would do if this happened. And then like when it does happen, what do they do, Cody? Sit there, bitch up.
I have an interesting hypothetical for you. And feel free to answer this if you're comfortable, because it's just I have a curious brain.
Yep.
If you would have known some of the intricacies of what was alleged to be going on with the whole Nick situation, would you have reported it?
Okay, kid stuff. That's tough. It's tough because once again, that becomes like a did it happen, did it not happen? Usually you're gonna get rumors about that. Most information
That's why you say alleged for sure. Yeah.
Like alleged. So it's like, what are we talking about? But like in terms of if someone talked to me about drug use, or if you asked me about like any swinger, any of that kind of weirdo. For those people who know, I mean, I think that part of the information got out where I said, what did I say? I was going to go there that Saturday, right? But the arrest happened on a Thursday, so that's why I didn't go. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, once again, Cody, I was living my life. I saw that initial video clip that everyone else saw, right? I'm like, oh, you see what I'm saying? Reach out to the parents. I'm like, yo, this is not okay. So, but remember, I was working because that was early in the week. I was working. So I was like, okay, well, as soon as I'm not working, I'll get out there. Obviously, I wasn't in time. So here we are, right? But I'm one of those people, this is well known about me. The reason why, I don't have certain types of stories is that people don't even do certain around me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I know people who have done drugs or do drugs. They've never done it around me. So that's why when someone asks me, what about this? Dude, it never happened. Not around me. Like I'm not saying what they do on their own time. No one has ever snorted a line of coke in front of me in my whole life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been around people who smoke weed. Okay, yeah, sure. And when I was young, people asked me, like I'd be at the mall. Hey man, you smoke? No, I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. Oh, okay. And they just left you alone. And it is for that reason that there's no such thing as peer pressure. I'm tired of that narrative being pushed, right? People make their choices because they're allowed to, right? And then they insulate themselves with people and things that enable them, right?
Yeah.
When you go to lift, think about it, Cody. Would you go lifting with somebody who has no interest in lifting? Does that make sense to you? Because they're going to drag you down, right?
Yeah.
So you go to the gym. If you have a workout partner, it's someone who also is similar in body physique. That's why you ever notice like let's say we talk about juice heads, right? When have you ever gone to the gym and seen a juice head with like a scrawny dude? Because they're not equally yoked, right?
Yeah.
A juice head is similar in size. Okay. Just like when women go out like dancing or clubbing or thotting, they tend to be with women who are going to enable or are okay with what they're doing, right? They're usually the same. We know this. So why are people pretending that this is not true? This is not human behavior. This is human nature.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
If I'm anti-drugs and you want to do drugs, wouldn't I be the one to stop you? I'm going to constantly be trying to stop the thing, right?
Yeah.
You don't want that if that's what you want. What you want is someone that's going to say, here's more, right? Do more. Yeah, this is fun. For anybody out there who wants to know, I don't allow drugs, man. I've never wavered on my stance. That's been my stance my whole life. No drugs, no drinking, no alcohol, nothing. It's just no go.